listen up, because today I am telling you not 7, not 8, but 9 things that you could do, could start implementing them today to elevate your life, to elevate your day-to-day, you know, get the vibes up. Because if we're not getting the vibes up every day, then like, what vibes do we have to work with? When I do these things consistently, I really do feel a difference, because I've fallen off of a couple, which I'll tell you while I'm discussing which ones. And I really feel the difference of not doing those things versus when I did do them. So before I start, you will notice this white goop on my finger. It's because I burned myself doing my hair, and this is toothpaste. So the first thing might seem a little like basic or just simple, but this is for you people that struggle with drinking water, okay? I have this big old thing of water, right? No matter if I'm drinking out of this thing or a cup or whatever, I've started to get the lemons from Costco and just like squeeze them into a silicone ice cube maker and then putting them in the freezer. And now I just have lemon ice cubes that I can pop into whatever water that I'm drinking. The second thing is shopping less or taking intentional shopping breaks. And this is obviously for people who passively shop or like just go walk around stores and then end up purchasing things all the time, and then now you have a closet full of things that you kind of thought you were going to wear, but really it was your fantasy self, and then now you just have all these clothes and you low-key feel guilty about it, but then you really like to go walk around Nordstrom Rack and you just now have a situation on your hands. I've noticed that when I do take intentional shopping breaks where I'm like, okay, it's gotten out of hand a little bit, maybe I could stop going just for fun or like going out of boredom, you know, that way I'm not accumulating all these pieces of clothing that I just don't even have anywhere to go to wear them. I've worked from home for the last 2 years. You know, we barely go see friends and family every now and then, and like I think I buy clothes for like what I think I'm gonna be doing soon, or like what my fantasy self thinks that I should dress like, and then when it really comes down to me going anywhere, I'm wearing the same like 10 pieces on repeat in rotation. The third thing is I used to do moving Monday or treadmill Tuesday, and the whole point of this is at least once a week getting myself to move my body. I'm sure a lot of you guys are like more active than I am. If I'm not intentionally active, then I'm not doing anything to move my body, and then I really just like, it shows. But you could do treadmill Tuesdays where you tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna go on incline for 30 minutes on Tuesday, every Tuesday. I made the mistake of thinking if I'm only doing 1 day a week, that's only 4 times a month, and I'm literally, it's like nothing. But no, that's where I fell off, okay? Sometimes that's all you need for it to turn into a 2-day-a-week type of habit. And even if it doesn't, at least you're getting that 1 day of moving your body and just feeling better. And then this one leads me into my fourth one, which is to get comfortable clothes for when you go work out or when you go whatever activity you're doing, even if it's just walks. I used to think I had to wear like a specific attire, which is like, you know, like the tight leggings or the sports bra. If certain things don't make you feel good and you're overcomplicating what you're gonna wear to the gym or whatever, then that can deter you from going. Just don't be wearing things that are like too tight or like, you know, you struggle to get on, or things like that you can't wait to get off, okay? Because I used to wear like these super tight leggings to the gym that I owned like from Forever 21 like years ago. I noticed that once I put them on, I immediately couldn't wait to take them off. So how was I expecting myself to go and work out for 30 minutes at least without being distracted of how uncomfortable I was? You know what I mean? The fifth one is something that I have fallen off with, and I can definitely tell a difference when I'm not doing this as much, but that is to not be on TikTok for so long. Do not rely on that as a means of entertainment, and you can, but like not as much as I know a lot of us are, okay? It was bad when I wrote this note thing for this video, but now I think it's gotten worse, where now people who were refusing to get on TikTok are now getting reeled in, no pun intended, on Instagram Reels, and they're watching videos more often now, like the short ones that like you can just easily scroll on. My excuse used to be, oh, well, I learn all these hacks on TikTok, and it's like, I bet you anything you forget 50% of the hacks that you've seen on TikTok and you don't even use them when there's moments that you can. I guarantee it, because that happens to me too. And I'll save all these recipes and I'll save all this stuff, but really it's just taking away from things you could be learning and doing in your day-to-day. I think if you mindfully step off the app for a little bit, you'll notice how much more you could get done in your day and how much you're not really just consuming content, because in your areas of just not really making your mind busy, that's when you get your best ideas. That's when you know, could reflect on things you normally wouldn't think about when you're distracted. Number 6 is being more aware about throwing away beauty products that may have expired and not racking up so much of them in the first place. You only have one face, you only have one body, you only have one set of hair. One set of hair? You only have one head of hair. So buying stuff in excess is literally like there's no point. If you have so many eyeshadows or so many serums, like so many shampoos, these things expire. Like they don't last forever. And I don't know if you guys know this, I just learned this. There's like usually like a 6M or a 12M or 24, whatever the number is, on certain products that tell you how long they last. And even if it doesn't have that number, they usually still expire. The less you have, the more likely you are to actually realistically use these things up. And then you're not risking putting anything that's expired or could like give you a bad reaction onto your skin or your body. And number 7 is to put up art on your walls. And I know I might be biased because I'm an artist and most of, actually all of these are my own paintings. Even before I painted, when I used to live at like the dorms or when I had an apartment in college, I didn't really feel at home in those spaces until I had decorated my walls or like had something in the room. And I know this is a preference thing, so obviously if you prefer the bare wall look, this doesn't apply to you. But if you do notice that when you put things up on your wall, you feel more happy and then you end up like moving somewhere or staying somewhere temporarily, try to put stuff up on the walls so that way you could feel better about your environment. Because if you're feeling like that stale energy of like the stale walls, if you don't like that, then that's gonna affect you more than you think. Because when we first moved here, all of my canvases were just on the floor, like back to back stacked, and I was lagging on putting them up. And then as soon as I did, it just changed the whole vibe of the room. And I was like, how did I live like this before without the walls being nice and colorful? Number 8. I cannot believe it took me 28 years to do this, but it is to put your phone on Do Not Disturb or some sort of sleep setting where you're not getting the buzzing notifications through the night as you sleep. But the reason I started doing this was because I get like my work calls, they go through an app that goes to my phone. And sometimes people on the East Coast call me early, and you know, their early is even more early for me. So one time I got woken up at like 5 a.m. my time. I was like, oh, this is way too early. I was not ready to wake up. And then I was like, I need a solution for this. It's seriously made such a big difference in how I sleep through the night. I'm not getting like a random so-and-so posted on their story notification buzzing and waking me up at like weird hours and then interrupting my sleep cycle at all. And if you're the type of person that's worried about like missing an emergency call from like your parents or a sibling or friends or whatever, there's an option where you can put certain people that you allow notifications to come through. Okay, number 9 is kind of silly, it's kind of small, and that is to smile when you're approaching someone at the cashier or anything, whether it's like at Starbucks or at a retail store or whatever it is. If you're approaching someone that's about to help you, just smile and look pleasant. I know maybe some of them behind the register don't look happy, but as soon as they see you smiling, it's hard to be mean to someone who's really happy and who's smiling at you, you know? It's possible, but I mean, it's very rare. So I've noticed that when I'm consciously trying to put in effort into how I'm coming across to that person that I'm approaching, they're treating me much nicer and they're being a lot more friendly and helpful. And even if it's like something that they wouldn't normally be able to accommodate or whatever, they'll go out of their way trying their best for me because I came in with positive, good energy, you know? So yeah, that's like 9 things that I just have been accumulating for the last few months. If you can take one thing away from this and start doing it and it helps you, then my work here is done. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of this, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! I'm really living life on the edge right now with how I have my camera. I'm gonna take a picture and show you guys.
Are you listening? Damn.